Hey everybody, Sammy here at SFI Sports Cards, back with another video. Today is February 18th. Today I'm doing a VR for Basement Card Collector for reaching 300 subs. Congratulations on that milestone. And he is celebrating his first year of amazing content on YouTube. Terrific channel. We do share some interests as far as the hobby, and my opinion, one of the great, well-rounded channels out there. And what do I mean by that is, I see vintage, TTMs, wax cards from late 70s, early 80s. His favorite sets, 1989. I've seen non-sports related stuff, 50s and 60s sets. He is, a Cubs fan, Bulls fan, Niners fan. He loves his Hoosiers and Florida State Seminoles, so he does dive into the collegiate category, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so, he goes out to antique malls, LCS, garage sales. He's got some pretty good finds there. So, yeah, I gravitate towards these channels with, the wide variety of things. It's similar to my channel. Besides like the TTMs, I haven't gotten to that yet. But yes, check out the channel, Basement Card Collector. The link will be in the description. So, the VR, our favorite year of cards. I mostly do baseball, a little bit of hockey. Now, I didn't want to select a year that my favorite set's in. Let's say like 1985, because I love Topps. Fleer, Donruss, pretty good, but not overwhelming for me to select this year. 1958, love 58 Topps. But, there's other cards in that year. Let's say Hires Root Beer. I don't have any of those cards, so I eliminated that year. So I decided on a year which the landscape kind of changed as far as options we were given. And I mean mainstream sets where, they're available to most of the people that, you can find cards in stores. And, I'm a fan of this year's designs, a couple different sets. And the year is 1981. The year Fleer came back. It was really like the first year Fleer did like a full, complete set of current players. And Donruss threw their hat in the ring to join Topps. So, yeah, this was quite a year for, baseball cards mostly, but cards in general. So I figured let's look at some stuff here. So I got some stacks of cards here. Let's look at, we got some Bobby Mercers. Mercer was, had a lot of pressure on him, taking over center field from Mickey Mantle as his career was ending. They did try him at shortstop, and they're like, no thanks. You're not going to cut it here. So they stuck him in the outfield. We got Dale Murphy. And if you can see these backs, they had the career highlights listed there above the stats. They really, it was the first year for Donruss. And maybe they were trying something a little different, but they did not stick with this format. While as you'll see later here, Fleer did a little different. We got a Sweet Lou Piniella. Topps. Gotta love this design. And followed by another Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou Whitaker. Now the Fleer, as you can see. I love the Fleer. Topps did it too, but incorporating minor league stats, which I love to look back on. So, great added touch by Fleer. Bobby Bonds, great overall player. Great athlete. George Foster, 77 MVP. Get 52 bombs that year. Part of the Big Red Machine. We got Sparky Lyle. Long-time reliever. Red Sox. Yankees. Did he play for the Rangers? Yes, he did. Steve Howe. Rookie card. This guy had a lot of talent, but succumbed to some, I guess, I don't know, inner demons as far as substance abuse, as he was suspended numerous times throughout his career. Lloyd Moseby, rookie. Part of the famed 1980s outfield in Toronto with George Bell and Jesse Barfield. Arguably, in my opinion, probably definitely in the consideration for greatest outfield trio of the 80s. Let me know in the comments if you have a trio yourself you want to remind me of. Jeff Reardon rookie cards, the Terminator. Longtime closer for Montreal and went on to the Twins. Great looking cards. Okay, let's go into, we got some Hall of Famers here. We got the Ricky, 81. Fleer. We got the Topps card here as well. I didn't dig through all my stuff, so I didn't grab every one of them. But there's that. We got the stolen base leaders around the floor here. What else? We got a Trammell. We got a Torrey for Donruss. Here's a rookie card, Tim Raines, which is in beautiful shape. Why am I overlooking this card? I didn't realize how awesome this looked. Gotta look back at that one at some point. We got a Morgan. We got, Molitor, Willie McCovey. Home run milestone card here for Yastrzemski. Long list of stats right there. We got a Fergie, couple of them. Reggie. All-Star card here. 81, of course. Raleigh Fingers, got a couple of those. Different versions. The Kid, Gary Carter, along with George Brett. I believe I pulled these out of the same pack about a year and a half ago. Sutton, with one of the greatest hairdos in history. Michael Jack Schmidt. I think this might have also been in the... It's pack pulled. I don't know if it was in the same pack, because I bought a couple of them as the Brett and the Carter, but pleasantly surprised to find that many Hall of Famers within a couple packs. Jim Rice, and there's another Raines rookie. There's a Future Stars card. We got the Baines rookie. Do not have the Topps card yet, which I'll get sometime down the road. No rush, but that's a good one. And what else we got? We have the Kellogg's 81. Henderson, one of my favorites of his. Beautiful card here. So, since we're going with like 81 and, those 80s stuff, it's, you got wax packs, you got cello packs, rack packs, which I prefer, the cello wrapped ones, because they're a lot harder to tamper with. So if I'm going to buy anything as far as ripping anything, it will be the cello and the rack packs. But, since there's that stuff out there, we cannot overlook the stacks of common cards. Dwayne Murphy, Gold Glove center fielder. He was a good one. So, like, if you see any of these cards, you have any tidbits on any of these players, let me know. I love the backgrounds too. You never know what you're going to overlook when you try to pick out stuff in the background here. Tom Paciorek. I remember him calling games for the White Sox with Ken Harrelson. I was not exactly a big fan of that duo. I mean, at some point, a lot of commentators, when they call home games, they favor the home team, but they're kind of a little bit over the top. Brian Downing, one of the most jacked players in the 80s. Great hitter. He really incorporated weightlifting in his repertoire. And he just reminds me of a guy like in the 80s would be like, pumping iron in his driveway. Now it's moving on. We got a Don Baylor. This card looks really good. I have not looked at these in forever, so this is quite entertaining. Jim Fregosi. Who was he traded for? How about Nolan Ryan? In a package deal before Nolan Ryan was the Express. Okay, Hubbard. Hal McRae. I would like you to check this out. The greatest post-game tirade in history when he managed the Royals. Check it out on YouTube. It's got everything. It's got cursing, rage. He raged out quite a bit. Through a telephone. There's blood involved. Profanities. Booze. At the very end of the video, you can see him right outside his manager's office with a handle of, I'm guessing, vodka. So yes, that tirade had everything. Go check it out. Jim Frey. Teammate in 1953 with Henry Aaron in Jacksonville. Rance Mullinax. It won't be an 80s showing without Rance. Porter was a great catcher for a long time. So yeah, I love common cards. A lot of people overlook them. I do not. In this time period too, there was a lot of amusing images on the cards. I'm not sure if we'll run into any of them in this showing, but they're out there. Ray Knight, Hassey, longtime catcher. Dave Chalk, what a great name for a ball player. Craig Swan. Jeff Reardon, there's another rookie. Henderson. Jason Thompson. Manny Mota. So, one of the great names in baseball history that no one brings up. Pete Lecoq. for obvious reasons. Rupert, Dave McKay, longtime coach. Bumbry, he was a good outfielder for Baltimore. So that is, what, the Donruss. Let's go to Fleer next. We'll shuffle through these. See what we can come up with. Stoddard. Sammy Stewart. Very tragic story of Sammy Stewart. Involved with, drug addiction, crack cocaine, was homeless for a while before he passed away. Sorry for being very depressing. Let's move on. Tula, Patek. What's going on there? Okay. Looks like Fenway. Dale Berra, baby boy of Yogi, and he looks very proud of it, as I would be too. This video is, there's Matlock, multiple-time batting champion. This video right now is going on 16 minutes, and I would like to cut it short, but I just can't help it. Rest in peace, Bo Diaz. One of the great pitchers of the 80s, Dave Stieb. Stennett, he was a long-time Pirate. Milt May, he was also a Pirate. But yeah, I'd kind of go off in tangents. Buck Martinez, when looking through these. George Hendrick, a very underrated player. He was great. Koosman, one of the greatest rookie cards ever. And it looks like he is not afraid to tell you about it. Twins, that is Yankee Stadium. But yes, as far as looking in the background, Cecil Cooper was a great one. Checklists. You can tell stadiums sometimes. And you never know if you can check out. Maybe you'll find a cigarette sign or a beer sign in the background. Those are always cool to look at. Now we'll go to Topps. Gene Tennis. Renicky. Here's a prospect card. John Butcher. He went on to play with the Twins, I believe. And one of the great names, Jerry Don Gleaton. So, first overall pick, former MVP, Jeff Burroughs. I believe it was a 69 draft when he was drafted first overall. Yeah, but let me know in the comments if you got any stories. I'd love to listen to them about these players. No, I don't want to... I'd rather not just go through these quickly. I'd love to take some time, but the video would take forever. Eric Soderholm. He was the very first pick of the 1968 draft and was born in the same town as I am currently living in. So let me know in the comments if you have anyone that was a first-round pick that grew up in your neck of the woods. And he was a first overall pick. So now you wonder how many first overall picks. You got Chipper Jones coming to mind, Ken Griffey Jr., Carlos Correa. But guys that didn't even make the major leagues and was, first overall pick. Dwayne Kuiper, longtime broadcaster for the Giants. He's got those famous home run calls. He called Barry Bonds' 715 home run. Bob Welch, 1990 Cy Young Award winner, where he went 27, I'm going to guess, I know it was 27, 27-6 he went. The 2.95 ERA, yes, I do remember. Mark Belanger, or Belanger, one of the great defensive shortstops in his day. Darrell Evans, underrated career. I believe historian Bill James ranked him #1 as far as being most underrated players as far as analytics go, which at the time no one really cared about that during his playing days. We've got some team cards too, Dodgers, Twins. So yeah, I love all 3 designs from '81. You know, Topps really had a hold on the market for a long time. Donruss said, okay, we can do this too. And Fleer made, a comeback. Haven't had any cards, for a couple decades, so. Obviously a success for both companies. But yeah, that is my contribution to Basement Card Collectors Contest. Check out his channel. Like I said, the link to that is in the description. Check him out. I'm sure you'll be impressed. I sure am. So, thanks for sticking with me. I just love going through cards and talking about players. So, for me, players, I'm more, I have more knowledge about the players than I do actual cards. So, but we're all learning. It's what we do in this community. So, yeah, that's it. So, glad to have participated, and good luck to everyone in the contest. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. Be safe.